Simonelli stepping away from the gates. This time approaches them, goes in. Light continues to blink. Simonelli settles. They're racing. Infinite Beauty was very slowly away and is back there a long last as they get going, and Wild on Brook left the gates brilliantly. Food Trouble jumped away well going forward. Zero Demerit, Del Sur, and then Shecky's Mate being followed by Lady Amira. Simonelli posted very deep. On the rails, Watsanook Bar with Explosion steadying between horses. Next Up the Moon around it, being followed further back on the inside by Light Up the Moon, and they're being followed second from last on the outside, Bullet Machine and Infinite Beauty. As Wild on Brook leads them at the 650. The margins are half a length on Food Trouble. Around them wide, covering ground, Simonelli. Del Sur beautifully placed on the inside of Zero Demerits. They're followed after one, Lady Amira. Back on the inside behind them at the 450. Then Watsanook Bar being followed then by Shecky's Mate. Explosion heads the remainder with Light Up the Moon down on the rail. Wild on Brook led Food Trouble at the top of the home straight. Over on the outside, Simonelli battles away. Del Sur behind them searching for a run and battling away. Zero Demerits, 150 to go. Food Trouble had got the better of Wild on Brook for the moment, but Wild on Brook is starting to fight back. It's still on the outside. Food Trouble, Wild on Brook, Zero Demerits, Food Trouble just one from Zero Demerits. Wild on Brook, an Explosion coming late. In behind them, Del Sur, Watsanook Bar, Light Up the Moon, Next Stop the Moon, Simonelli, followed then by Infinite Beauty. Then came at the head of the others behind them, pulling up Bullet Machine, Shecky's Mate, and towards the tail end is Lady Amira. Food Trouble, first up, Kate Whitten is the winner. Hands and heels to the line. Eventually got the better of Wild on Brook, and then Zero Demerits, but too strong. Sat outside the leader and found plenty under the hands and heels of Kate Whitten to take out the Iron Jack Maiden from Wild on Brook or Zero Demerits. It's a photo for second placing. Explosion finishing off well into fourth. Food Trouble by Henny Hughes from Foo Flyer for Mrs. K. Whitten, T. Delafranca, P. Barnsby, and Mrs. V, Miss K, and also Ms. A. Taylor. Prepared by Robert Whitten, runs the time of 1:11.98. Wins from either Wild on Brook or Zero Demerits. The judge still determining the outcome of that photo. Explosion down the outside late, battling away behind them, not getting a lot of room was Del Sur. 35.5, that's posted on the board, but that might well be from the previous race. We'll check that sectional split in a couple of moments as we stand by for all placings. Zero Demerits by Demerit from Glammed, Gary Crispin, J. Whiting, or Wild on Brook by Hinchinbrook from Halon, Jim Taylor, Jason Brown. And the judge trying to find a margin between that duo on the line. But honours with Food Trouble. After 4 placings in 7 previous runs, returns with a win first up today with apprentice rider Kate Whitten getting it home for her father in Rob Whitten. Now the next of the day, race 5, the Amelia Park Lodge handicap at 340 over 1,600 metres. No alterations to the first leg of the quaddie. We're still waiting on these numbers to come to hand. Must be pretty tight for second place. Let's go to Gareth in the meantime, and he joins Bunbury-based trainer in Robbie Whitten after the victory, and it was a good gritty win too by Food Trouble. Gareth?
Yeah, that indeed, Mac. A good tough victory, Rob, first up, and this is a lightly raced 5-year-old, but that was impressive today.
Yeah, no, he's taken a bit of time. He's always been very green, and I've sort of taken him to the races 7 times before and thought he could win, and he hasn't. So sort of come to today fairly confident, but also prepared that he might get beat too. So, but he's a horse on the up. I like him.
Why is he so lightly raced as a 5-year-old?
Oh, we've just been a really immature horse, and every time we went for him, he sort of was green and ran around, couldn't go straight. It was just the size of him. He's a big horse, and he's just taken a bit of time. So we've sort of been quite patient with him, and happy to be patient too.
And it looks like he's come back a better horse. He did everything right today and travelled nicely under Kate, and then when she pushed the button, he even gave a really good kick.
He sort of grew a bit in the paddock and filled out, and he's come back a heavier horse. And I still think he's a prep away too. I don't quite think he's ready for real serious racing. We'll just take him through his grades and have a bit of fun with him.
I guess it's satisfying as well when the daughter's aboard.
I'm probably a biggest fan with a nan and a mum and a brother, and yeah, no, it's really good. That's what it's all about.
She's going great guns. Well done.
Thanks very much.
There we go. There's Robbie Whitten now, the trainer there of Food Trouble. And Kate Whitten gave it a gem of a ride too, Brittany.
She did. She just stalked that leader, sat on the outside and just waited for her time to pounce and timed it to perfection. And Food Trouble ultimately just was able to out-tussle that horse in the final finish, or despite it just showing a little kick. But Kate's horse, Food Trouble, got the better of it. And Kate, how nice to ride a winner for Dad.
It's really good.
There's no better feeling than that. You were just stalking that leader. Did you always feel a lot of confidence with your horse?
He's still really, really green. Like, he still doesn't know what he's doing. He's not travelling properly. He still doesn't really know how to let down. So it's good that he's won, and we know we've got a little bit more there for him to learn.
It's always exciting when there's improvements still to come. Do you think this could make a pretty nice horse?
We've always had a pretty good opinion of him. So I think once he learns his caper, he'll learn what to do, and hopefully he can go on with it.
You must be happy with yourself as well, just kicking goals these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've been riding a few winners, so it's good to get the opportunity to be able to do it.
Well done, Kate.
Thank you.